All the leaves are brown.
All the leaves are brown.
And the sky is gray.
And the sky is gray.
I've been for a walk.
I've been for a walk.
On a winter's day.
On a winter's day.
I'd be safe and warm.
I'd be safe and warm.
If I was in LA.
If I was in LA.
Coalo-fornia
dreaming.
On such a winter's day.
Crickets are a great source of protein and relatively easy to raise. One of the benefits of insect farming is that you don't need to clear big plots of land to do it. Like, this is a repurposed warehouse that we can grow our population to a few million and have all of our food growing in it. In terms of water efficiency, cricket farming, insect farming is far more sustainable, far more resource friendly than any other form of current meat production. We're using about 100 times less water than you would need to produce the same amount of weight if you were raising beef. They're better at converting feed to body mass with a vertebrate livestock, with a cow, a pig. Their metabolism is very complex, so they need a lot of energy to get the weight that you eventually end up eating, whereas the crickets and insects in general have a really high food conversion to mass ratio. It being the three of us here, we all have to work as a team. So Peter is kind of our communications, sales, human relations, gets all our cricket orders done. Elliot is constantly doing research and development on the aquaponic systems and in his lab. My role is generally to keep the crickets happy.
Today is harvest day, and so we're going to head into the adult room and have some fun. Yeah. So what we already did with this bin was take out all of the substrate that's in it and put it back in the baby tub. We'll actually be able to do that as well with another bin. So, there's that. So, you know, it's pretty tedious. Pretty exciting stuff. So as you can tell, you know, the harvests are pretty time consuming. So now we're gonna, it's a cute little harvest. But we want to get them into the freezer as quickly as possible. And we just put them right here in the freezer. And so like I explained last time, they put themselves in a coma first, over the first few minutes, and then just never wake up. Slowly go to sleep. So pretty bloodless, painless. Yeah, definitely probably the most humane for protein sources out there. It's really half completely building from the ground up a functioning cricket farm, with alongside that growing the majority of our food on the premises through aquaponics, which in itself recycles water, resources, nutrients. What we do is we utilize all of the byproducts from the aquaponics systems, cricket waste, and also byproducts from the processing of the crickets. With the aquaponics, we're kind of blazing a trail for a whole bunch of new ways of farming and how they can work together and utilize the waste from the byproducts of one system to help another. You know, when you have a dry food, you have to use more water. You know, before, people were just trying to be better than nature. But with the aquaponics and having all fresh food and no processed foods for the crickets, kind of what we end up doing is creating a natural habitat in here.
Your culture really just defines what is okay to eat.
What we're doing here is helping create an idea.
Have you ever eaten a bug? Have you ever eaten a bug?
Get past those ideologies and of how crickets are and make them more into like a food source.
Hi girls, would you like to try cricket?
It's really just a gradual process.
Oh, okay.
All the leaves are
All
brown,
the leaves are brown.
and the sky is gray.
And the sky is gray.
I've been for a walk
I've been for a walk.
on a winter's day.
On a winter's day.
I'd be safe and warm
I'd be safe and warm.
if I was in LA.
If I was in LA.
Coalo-fornia dreaming
Coalo-fornia dreaming
on such a winter's
day.
Stopped into church.
Oh, that was really solid.